Did you know that time is a relative concept, especially when it comes to history? Indeed, the way we perceive time can be quite mind-boggling. Picture this. Cleopatra VII, the last active ruler of the Ptolemaic Kingdom of Egypt, a woman of power, beauty, and intellect. Her reign marked the end of an era, and she became an icon of her time and beyond. Now think of the moon landing, a monumental event that redefined our understanding of the universe, a testament to human achievement and our relentless pursuit of knowledge. At first glance, these two events seem worlds apart, separated by vast expanses of time and history. You might be wondering, what could possibly connect an ancient Egyptian queen to a 20th century space exploration mission? Well, that's where our journey begins. Stay tuned as we unravel the fascinating relation between Cleopatra, the last active ruler of the Ptolemaic Kingdom of Egypt, and the historic moon landing. Cleopatra VII, a name that resonates with power, beauty, and mystery. In the annals of history, few figures inspire intrigue and fascination quite like Cleopatra VII. As the last active ruler of the Ptolemaic Kingdom of Egypt, her reign marks the end of an era. Born in 69 BC, she ascended the throne at the tender age of 18, wielding power with an iron fist wrapped in a velvet glove. Cleopatra was more than just a queen. She was a shrewd and calculating politician, a lover of arts, a linguist, and a naval commander. She was known to have a charismatic personality and a sharp intellect, which she used to form strategic alliances with Rome's most powerful leaders, Julius Caesar and Mark Antony. These alliances not only ensured Egypt's survival but also amplified her influence across the Mediterranean. Her reign, however, was not just about politics. Cleopatra was a patron of the arts and education. Under her rule, Alexandria, the capital of Egypt, flourished as a center of culture and learning. The famous Library of Alexandria, which housed hundreds of thousands of scrolls, was a testament to her commitment to knowledge and wisdom. Yet, despite her significant impact, Cleopatra's era feels incredibly distant from our own. It's easy to imagine her world as a realm of myth and legend, far removed from the realities of the 21st century. After all, she lived in an age where the Great Pyramid of Giza was already a marvel of ancient engineering, a testament to a civilization that had flourished thousands of years before her birth. The world of Cleopatra, with its pantheon of gods, its hieroglyphs, and its magnificent monuments, seems like a distant echo from an unfathomable past. Yet, this world of pharaohs and pyramids, of sphinxes and scrolls, was not as far removed from our own time as we might think. But you might be surprised to learn just how close Cleopatra's lifetime was to our own era. Let's take a step back, even further into the sands of time, to the era of the Great Pyramid of Giza. This colossal testament to human ingenuity was constructed around 4,500 years ago during the reign of Pharaoh Khufu. With its estimated 2.3 million limestone and granite blocks, each weighing an average of 2.5 tons, the Great Pyramid was the tallest man-made structure for over 3,800 years. Now let's put this into perspective. Cleopatra, the last active ruler of the Ptolemaic Kingdom of Egypt, was born in 69 BC, over 2,000 years after the Great Pyramid was already standing tall. That's a time gap larger than the one separating us from the reign of Julius Caesar. So, we've established the massive time gap between Cleopatra and the Great Pyramid. But where does the moon landing fit into this timeline? Fast forward thousands of years to the 20th century, a time of rapid technological advancement culminating in the historic moon landing, a monumental achievement that forever changed our perspective of the universe and our place within it. In the height of the Cold War, the United States and the Soviet Union were locked in a fierce space race. It was a testament to the power of human curiosity and our relentless pursuit of knowledge. The zenith of this race was, of course, the Apollo 11 mission. On July 20th, 1969, astronauts Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin became the first humans to set foot on the lunar surface, while Michael Collins orbited overhead. A colossal accomplishment, the moon landing symbolized the limitless potential of human ingenuity. It was a testament to our ability to dream, innovate, and conquer new frontiers. The moon landing was not just a scientific triumph, but a cultural one as well. It united people around the world in shared wonder and amazement, transcending political and cultural boundaries. Now let's put this in perspective. Cleopatra VII, the last active ruler of the Ptolemaic Kingdom of Egypt, reigned from 51 BC until her death in 30 BC, That's just over 2,000 years ago. The moon landing, on the other hand, happened less than 60 years ago. There's a staggering gap of more than 19 centuries between Cleopatra's era and the moon landing. But if we turn the clock back even further to the construction of the Great Pyramid of Giza, we're looking at a timeline that stretches back to around 2560 BC. That's over 2.5 millennia before Cleopatra's time. It's a humbling realization that makes the time gap between Cleopatra's era and the moon landing seem almost negligible in comparison. So, here's the mind-boggling fact. Cleopatra lived closer in time to the moon landing than to the construction of the Great Pyramid of Giza. Isn't it fascinating how time can play tricks on our perception of history? We've journeyed together through the epochs, from the reign of Cleopatra VII of Egypt to the moon landing, and discovered an intriguing fact. Cleopatra, a figure of ancient history, lived closer in time to the moon landing than to the construction of the Great Pyramid of Giza. A surprising revelation, isn't it? This fascinating detail challenges our linear perception of time and history. It prompts us to reevaluate the chronology we've taken for granted, emphasizing that historical timelines are not as straightforward as they seem. We often perceive the past as a distant memory, but in the grand scheme of things, some events are much closer to us than we realize. So let's keep this in mind as we continue to delve into the annals of history. Next time you think of history, remember that time is relative, and the past may be closer than it appears.